I've not, right.
Have you hit Jon Jones want to fight Mike Tyson? Have you seen that?
In a boxing match?
Have you seen it?
No.
Boxing match.
Yes. He'd probably make a fortune, to be honest.
That's what he's thinking. Jon Jones.
It's just always pretty hard.
Jon Jones, Mike Tyson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jon Jones. I should look at that wee caption there. Jon Jones got to fight me if he wants some super money. Mike Tyson.
Oh, so Mike Tyson started
I don't know who started it. So I'm listening.
Jon Jones responds to Mike
That's what
Tyson
obviously
for $100 million
Tyson.
super fight. Do you believe it would do 100 million?
It's Mike Tyson.
It is Mike Tyson. Obviously, Conor McGregor and Mayweather managed to make 100, like around there. It's estimated 100 million each, doesn't it?
I think it probably would.
Do you think this could be as big?
Aye.
Who
wouldn't watch that fight? What fight fan's not going to watch that
it's
fight?
It's got every potential, to be honest with you, of being just as big. So Jon Jones started.
Mike Tyson
started it, and then Jon Jones is obviously because that's what he's looking for. He's looking for a big money fight. He wants to. Obviously, he's becoming. I'd say Jon Jones is maybe coming to the end of his career, and he's wanting to make big money fights.
He says as well, it would take him up on the offer if he accepts to fight him in the octagon afterwards.
Now that was.
But he's basically saying like
never happens.
It's Mike Tyson. I'm not going to do too much damage on him because Jon Jones could murder him inside the octagon. I'd imagine.
Oh, 100%.
Because what age is Mike Tyson? He's got to be like 60.
They would need rules in the octagon, surely. Yeah. I think it's like, would it do as big? I don't know if there's every chance it would do as big a numbers as
see everyone
Conor
tunes into Mayweather, McGregor.
Yeah. They're into Mike Tyson. And then Jon Jones is probably one of the closest things you can get to Conor McGregor in the UFC.
He's a superstar.
I would say you're probably right. It is, if you were going to get two other people to do it, they are probably the two to do it.
Yeah, definitely. What happens in that fight?
Well, normally when you look at boxing and then you're looking at an MMA fighter, it's quite different in terms of like the boxer. That's all they do. That is their specialty. That is their expertise. Their footwork's crazy. Their distance, just the ring. Do you know what I mean? They just know what they're doing, and it's normally, but like they can probably have a massive advantage. You know, like when we were speaking about Mayweather and Conor, everyone was just like, but if he lands that left hand, you know, and you could see that his power just didn't even translate to the boxing as well. But that being said, Mike Tyson's been out of boxing for how long?
I know, and I think the main thing is how old he is.
He's definitely older, and then also the height difference and the length of Jon Jones. So there's a lot of factors in there that could make this
53. He's younger than what I thought. I thought he was about 60.
Still a young pup.
Still, he's probably just reaching his
and he's
prime.
lost a shed load of weight.
He looks phenomenal.
He got big for a while. He got chunky.
I thought I honestly don't know what happens in that fight.
That's the fun of it though, and that's probably why it's £100 million fight.
100%.
I would definitely buy it. 100%. Jon Jones is just so big, so long though. You know, like what height is Mike Tyson? Can we see what height he is?
And weight as well. Mike Tyson is 1.78.
I'm sick of seeing height in meters. I mean, who literally does height in meters? We're definitely on the wrong.
He's 5'8".
5'8".
And Jon Jones
got to be about 6'4". 6'4", so that's a massive height difference.
That's insane.
But Mike Tyson, which, you know, he used to go in there with tall folk, and
exactly,
you know, like, so I would definitely pay to see that fight.
I'd love to see that fight. So let me quickly just see.
I hope that happens. You know something? I really hope that happens, because if the Ngannou Jon Jones fight isn't going to happen, I'd like to see this. Give us some of this. I don't think Mike Tyson will ever come to the octagon. It was the same as Conor McGregor and Mayweather. They said, okay, we'll do the first fight as boxing and then the second fight in the UFC in the octagon. But Mayweather never had any intention of coming to the octagon, and I wouldn't even like to see it, because it's, you know, like, at least with UFC, people are practicing.
Maybe they've got to meet in the middle and do something like they like kicks, but not like takedowns and all that sort of stuff. Kicks and punches, like almost a kickboxing fight.
Yeah,
that'd be a bit fairer.
You would need to make it definitely rules. Maybe it couldn't go to the ground or something.
Aye. So let me see quickly. Listening to this,
I think it would take a lot of stars to align to do this.
So is this Mike Tyson that said this? So listen to this. UFC is more popular than boxing, right? Higher ratings, right? But a UFC fighter will never be richer than a first class fighter. To make $100 million, Conor McGregor had to fight Floyd Mayweather. Jon Jones got to fight me if he wanted to make super money.
And then Jon Jones saying, I'm listening.
And then Jon Jones tweets, I'm listening, Mike Tyson.
I'd love that.
And then here it says on his Instagram, at Mike Tyson, I'll box you in the ring if you promise to give me a real fight in the octagon afterwards. And because I respect you so much, I promise I won't break anything on you.
And he could
if he wanted
easily.
to.
He could in the octagon. He could easily.
Aye,
Isn't it dead weird that though, that like it's like we can have this discussion about Jon Jones and Mike Tyson boxing and being like, oh,
we're not too sure what's going to happen.
What could happen? But as soon as you ask, like, say, a boxer coming over to the octagon, you know straight away, he will finish him literally within
got a chance.
Probably about a minute. It's pretty mad.
It just shows you who's a better fighter.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Tyson's definitely, I'd say, but obviously in his prime, a much better boxer than Jon Jones.
Aye, 100%.
But when it comes to overall fighting, Jones is definitely better.
If it was back in the prime and Mike Tyson was doing what he was doing back in the day now, you would be like that. Okay, Jon Jones is.
Jon Jones
there's
crazy.
No chance. Yeah, it's Jon Jones crazy. But like when you start adding up all them factors, the age, the amount of times he's not boxed, he's probably only just started training because Mike Tyson is trying to look for a fight now. I think. I would love to see that, and I think both of them would make an absolute fortune.
I'm hoping it happens.
Make that happen.